There are days when we wake up automatically, already thinking about the problems, the bills, the rush. But what if, first of all, we decided to start off on the right foot and our hearts aligned with the sky? One morning prayer, made with sincerity and gratitude, it could be the turnaround your day needs. Because when we are grateful, even challenges become lighter. Today, choose to start your day with God and see how even silence turns into peace. Lord, in this new dawn, with a heart full of gratitude, I place myself before you. Even before the day's commitments begin, before the worries of life try to make themselves present, I choose to start this day by thanking you. Thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for opening my eyes once again. I know that many did not have this same opportunity. I know that not everyone had the grace to see this new day born. And so, today, more than asking, I choose to recognize everything I have already received from your hands. I am grateful for my family, those around me, those who love me, and even those who challenge me, because through them the Lord has shaped my character. Thank you for the people who walk with me, who listen to me, who extend their hand when I stumble. Gratitude, my God, for every detail that sometimes goes unnoticed. The food on the table, the water that satiates, the roof that shelters, the blanket that warms, the hug that comforts. It is in these small, everyday miracles that I see your faithfulness sustaining me. Even when the scenario seems cloudy, even when I don't understand your ways, I know that the Lord continues to work in my favor. Every breath is proof that there is still purpose in me, that there is still something to live, something to fulfill, something to transform. And that's why today I thank you, even for the struggles, because I was taught to trust in them. I thank you for the tears, because they made me more sensitive to the suffering of others. I thank you for the doors that closed, because they prevented me from entering places that were not for me. I'm grateful for the strength that comes when I think there is no more strength, for the peace that invades when everything seems to fall apart, for the hope that is reborn even after difficult nights. For every morning, I am reminded that crying may last a night, but joy comes with the dawn. Today, I praise you for everything I have experienced, for the prayers answered and for those who are still in the silence of waiting, for the right time, for your patient action, for your hand that guides me even when I don't understand. Gratitude for being constant when everything around me is unstable. Lord, thank you very much for always being with me on days of celebration and days of silence, when I'm surrounded and when I'm alone, because I know that even when everyone moves away, the Lord remains. Even when the world is silent, your voice continues to speak to my heart. I'm grateful because I am not defined by circumstances, but by the love the Lord has for me. A love that doesn't fail, doesn't back down, doesn't give up. A love that heals, transforms, and sustains. A love that renews me every morning, that visits me even when I feel unworthy. Thank you, my God, for not giving up on me, for believing in myself when I stopped believing in myself, for getting up every time I fell, for not looking at my failures with condemnation, but with mercy and patience. I thank you for this day, for the sun that rises, for the plans that are yet to be revealed, for the opportunities that will come, for each step that I will still take, guided by your light. May I know how to recognize your presence in every moment of my day. May I learn to be grateful even when I don't understand, to trust even when it seems difficult, to praise even in the middle of the desert. Today, I choose to let go of anxiety and wear confidence. I choose to stop murmuring and learn to be grateful. I choose to look up at those who support the sky instead of fearing the winds that blow, because I know that whoever guards my life does not sleep. I know that the Lord is ahead, preparing the way, calming the storms, opening the seas that I cannot cross alone. My heart is filled with peace, knowing that nothing escapes your control. Not the pain, not the losses, not the delays. Everything is under your watchful eyes. Nothing happens to me by chance. And that's why I can rest in you. I can trust your plans. I can be grateful even for what hasn't arrived yet. Gratitude for the air I breathe, for the body that moves, for the mind that thinks, for the spirit that feels. Gratitude for the faith that grows, for the hope that blossoms, for the courage that keeps me moving forward. Today, before you, I do not come to ask for riches, nor material goods. I come to ask that the Lord teach me to be grateful for everything I already have. May the Lord help me to see your goodness in the midst of difficulties. May I learn to value the present without living stuck in the past or anxious about the future. Teach me to live with a light heart, full of praise and hope. May I take this gratitude wherever I go. May people see in me a reflection of your love. May my attitudes reveal that there is peace within me and that this peace comes from you. May my mouth be full of words that build, that comfort, that encourage. May my hands always be ready to help. May my eyes know how to see beauty in small things. May my feet lead me along paths of peace. At the beginning of the day, I give you my plans, my thoughts, my feelings. May everything be aligned with your will. May my faith not waver. May my spirit remain steadfast. May my soul remain full of gratitude. Thank you, my God, for every new chance, for every fresh start, for every miracle hidden between the lines of life. Thank you for loving me before I even knew what love is, for supporting me in moments when I wanted to give up. Today I choose to live with gratitude, not because everything is perfect, but because the Lord is perfect. And as long as I have your presence with me, I will have everything I need. Thank you for teaching me that true peace is not in the absence of problems, but in the certainty that the Lord is with me in each one of them. And so, with a heart full of gratitude, I praise you, not just with words, but with my life. May my day be a reflection of your care. May I talk less about myself and more about you. May I complain less and be more grateful. May I fear less and trust more. And if at any point this day discouragement tries to approach me, may I remember everything I've experienced with you, all the times the Lord helped me, answered me, strengthened me. May my memory be full of testimonies of your faithfulness. Thank you, dear God, for always listening to me, even when I don't even know how to start the prayer. Thank you for being attentive to every sigh, every tear, every word spoken in the silence of my heart. I thank you today and always. Amen. And even on the days when my heart feels tired and my strength feels drained, I choose to trust, because I know that whoever sustains me is faithful, and in you I find rest for my soul. That this morning prayer with gratitude be like a balm that heals the wounds of yesterday and prepares me to live today with faith. What to start the day with God? I am aware that I do not walk alone, and that your presence transforms the ordinary into extraordinary. Thank you for every detail, for every invisible deliverance, for every answer that is still on the way. That my spiritual life be a reflection of your goodness, even in the midst of storms. Lord, strengthen my interior so that even in the face of adversity, I continue with a grateful heart. May my thoughts be captive to your peace, and may my voice proclaim words of hope where there is pain. Let this powerful prayer of thanks touch hearts this morning, and may each person who hears it feel enveloped by your care. May the Lord teach us to see your signs even in small things, in the sun that rises, in the food served, in the hug that consoles, in the silence that comforts. And so, with renewed gratitude, we remain firm, certain that start the day with faith and hope. It's the best choice we can make. That morning prayer with gratitude reminds us that being grateful is more than a gesture of faith. It is a stance towards life. By recognizing God's actions in every detail of our daily lives, we learn to live with renewed hope, even when circumstances have not yet changed. Today's lesson is simple and profound. Gratitude is not the absence of pain. It is the certainty that the Lord remains in control. When we choose to start the day with praise, rather than complaining, we make space for inner peace to flourish. And you? What did this prayer speak to your heart today? At what point in your life did you most feel the presence of God acting in the midst of gratitude? Leave your testimony in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to continue receiving daily prayers that strengthen your faith and feed your soul. God bless your morning, your home, and every step of the way. Amen.